Welcome back, everyone. I'm Serena or Bean. I answer to both. We are doing another tarot reading. I've been doing a whole bunch of these. It's like I found my little passion. It's so fun, and I'm unfolding so many mysteries of the universe here. And I figured that I would share them because if it's happening to me, it's probably happening to you too. Okay, so I am shuffling my inner voice deck to get like the vibe of whatever this reading is going to be about. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, that one's sticking out. We'll take that one. Judgment, decision, discernment. And the message is I answer the call of my heart. How absolutely fitting and appropriate. And it's my favorite color, like Tiffany green, Tiffany blue. My absolute favorite color. That's so funny. It's like a street sign, but there's just arrows. There's no words, and that's just it. Judgment is hearing the call. In the tarot deck, judgment is you hear the horn, and the horn blows, and then the souls rise up and say, "Okay, I heard the call." And that's it. I've heard the call. All right. Let's see here what we've got. Justice, Nine of Pentacles, and the Fool. It's funny. This the same cards. All right, answer the call. So judgment, justice, it's fair, it's balanced. It's like for myself. So I'm reading this for myself, but I'm also like reading for you. So justice for myself, absolutely. And justice is Libra, that's my card. Knight of Pentacles, it's been slow. Yes, this journey has been extremely slow, and now I'm the fool. I'm sovereign. I've let go of everything. I overcame. That's perfect. Yeah, and it's the tarot readings. It's so crazy how, like, I've been journaling and the downloads are coming so fast that I can't, like, stop it. And I don't know what else to do except turn I say camera, but not the camera, the microphone on and just make an episode. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. Especially because my creativity has been so blocked. Remember in one of the other readings I had done, I don't remember when, but it's like my creativity and my feelings and everything have been blocked, and they were so blocked because I wasn't ready to become the fool. I hadn't walked on the skyscraper yet, like in my dream. I hadn't fully relinquished control. That's so crazy. Okay, here we go. Let's get some clarification going. I got another deck. I love this deck. It's oh, what did we get? It's like vintage ads is the artwork. King of Cups on the bottom. Oh, Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups fell over on the Knight of Pentacles. So Four of Cups talks about you have three cups and the universe is trying to give you the fourth. And you got some melancholy going on about the three cups. You're not really happy. You're not emotionally satisfied. They're not bad. They're not terrible, but it could be better, right? And the universe or source is like, hey, look at here. Hey, this is here. This is right here for the taking. And you're not seeing it. And that was me 100%. That was me 100%. I could have got on here, and if I would have just gotten over my fear and just sunk into my witchy, normal tarot reading self, I could have just been on this mission a lot sooner. But I wasn't ready, and I was learning, and I had to untether, and I really had to get my energy in the right department. And you know what's so funny? My best friend, he's been telling me, like, do it, do it. He's been so encouraging me, and I've been so scared to listen to him, and I don't know why. He's been scared to listen to me too, so it's fine. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. It's just, yeah, and it's flowing. I didn't know how it was gonna work out. Honestly, I didn't. I don't wanna be on camera right now. So I'm like, how do I get these messages out? And I know I need to get them on YouTube, and I just figured it out. So the streaming service that I use, I can download different ways. It's been a little bit of a learning curve, but I've gotten it all figured out. And the formats that you post on for different um social media platforms, the format is different. TikTok, it has to be a video. YouTube, it has to be a video. It can't be audio only. And my podcast for Spotify is audio only. And like I've gotten to where I can manipulate all this so that I can take the file and turn it into what I need to post it where it needs to go. That's alchemizing, baby. That's magician energy, right? That's me manifesting, not even manifesting. That's me alchemizing. That's like me actually doing. That's king of energy. That's the king of, I guess, king of pentacles. Yeah, king of pentacles. That's king of pentacles energy is that 3D movement of me taking the action and doing it. All right. Are we gonna get any of these cards? Like nothing's, maybe it's just the wrong, oh, maybe it's the wrong deck. Sometimes that happens. So let's see here. Maybe we need to explore some more of this Four Cups. So something's being offered. So yeah, the universe was like, "Hey, it's here," and it's been slow. It's been very, very slow, but I've been very methodical about it. So that's the Knight of Pentacles. He's very slow, slowest knight in the deck. Very slow energy, like a snail on Valium walking through peanut butter. Like that's how slow that is. That energy is like, oh my gosh, can it just hurry up? It's like waiting for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little kid waiting for Christmas, or as an adult waiting for that 18th birthday. And then that time period between 18 years old and 21 years old is torture, right? That is that feeling. But see, I'm clever. And I went to New Jersey. I was living there for a while. And we had some people that were like hackers, and they hacked into the DMV and they got all the stuff and the information and the printouts for making driver's licenses. And back in the day, they used to just be like a laminated card, but there was an airbrushed little design on the front. And so they took my picture, did the background thing, airbrushed the thing. It worked everywhere. All of the grocery stores used to have a book with all the IDs from all the different states. And they would open the book and check it, and it would match, and they would give me my alcohol. See, I did not accept that I had to wait. I was like, "No, I'm crafty. I'm getting around this." And the funny thing is I never drank and drive. I was just drinking underage. Never drank and drive though. That's always been a hard no for me. That's a hard no. All right, let's see here. So, offerings of something. Maybe you need to get creative and go around. Maybe that's the message, is that there's a way around whatever it is that you're bothered by. Set yourself free. Whatever it is. Let's see. What's blocking the fool? Like what's blocking you from being this sovereign human being? Like what's up with the fool here? Let's get him. Oh, what is this? The world. I say this almost every episode with tarot. I love reading tarot through the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life is got 10 spheres and 22 pathways. The major arcana, there are 22 cards in the major arcana, and it starts at the Fool, ends at the World. But it's actually reversed in the Tree of Life. The world is actually what you have to overcome, and then you work your way up and you set yourself free with the Fool. What is blocking you? The world. You're still tethered. It doesn't get any clearer than this, people. This is the message. You are still tethered to the world. There are still things you're holding on to. You are not sovereign. I'm sorry. That's the message. What is it? Let's find out. Let's dig. I'm nosy, but I want to use a different deck. I want a full deck. The Fool and the World are my two favorite cards, and I love it when they come out together. That's so funny. What is blocking you from becoming a sovereign person? The world. I'm telling you, people, go listen to the last couple of episodes. I talk about this. This is what I'm talking about. All right. All right, Spirit. Ooh, the energy is just flowing. Ooh, here it is. What do we have? Queen of Pentacles. You need to become the Queen of Pentacles. That's what I was just talking about. In the energy, I'm doing the work. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm in my Queen of Pentacles energy. This is what you need to do. You need to follow whatever it is. Look, I'm deconstructing Christianity right now publicly. That's a whole new level of what the fuck if I've ever seen one. Okay, I all I know is Christians. All I've ever been raised yeah, basically for, is a Christian. That's it. That's all I know. But the way that I was raised, my parents have this weird vibe that it wasn't in church. They did send me to a Christian school and stuff, but I've always been taught to have a relationship with God, but it was never, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just really thankful that I was raised the way I was raised, even though it was mad traumatizing. I mean, my sister trying to drown me and all was really kind of fucked up, but that's all, whatever. I'm over it. And strength. That's it. You have to be strong. And as you move, you get stronger. I'm speaking. I'm using my voice. I have been silenced by religion for so long. I don't want people to think I'm whatever, crazy. But I'm not. I'm just me. I'm just me. And I've just been around the wrong people. That's all that it is. People, I've just been around the wrong people. All right. So, this is what's blocking you is the world. You need to overcome the world, just like I did. You need to become the fool. Like in my dream, walk on the edge. How do you do that? How I did it was becoming the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is she's nurturing and she's compassionate and she's doing the work though. She's physically doing the work. Strength. It does. It makes you strong. Like going through this, going through the trials and tribulations and all the nonsense. It makes you strong. There is no doubt about it. All right, so let's keep going and see what else we get. So, this is how you're going to overcome it. You need to do the work and you need to be strong. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Hmm? What do we get? Four of Swords, restful and solitude way. So rest. Yeah, that's it. I'm now in my queen, like my feminine energy. I'm good. Like I've built it. I built the podcast. I built it. I stepped into it. I did it. That was my Queen of Pentacles energy. I stepped into this. And I had to be strong and it was really hard. And now I get to rest. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. Preservation or perseverance means keep going. I have the higher ground. I'm good. I'm safe. I can keep going. Even if the towns and the village people are running behind me with pitchforks and whatever, it doesn't matter. And then beneath that is the Eight of Wands, quick communications. It's coming. And the Lover's choice. Okay. Well, I'll have some decisions to make. Like I said, I know other doors are opening and other opportunities are opening. And I've had people asking me, like, are you going to do readings? Are you going to do readings? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that quite yet. Maybe. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll do them my friend suggested that I do them for donation because I'm like, I don't know. She was like, do it for donation. Okay. Do it for donation. Maybe do it for trade. I don't know. That's really cool. That would be a really fun thing. But wow, this is so crazy. Okay, so you need after you accomplish this, you get rest. And now I get rest. I don't have to keep trying to figure it out. I don't have to keep whatever. I just have to be. And this is a first for me, honestly. So I'm really excited. Woo! Whoops, we just had some fly out. What'd we get? The Six of Swords, which I keep getting. Moving on. Better things ahead. And Temperance. Balance. It's all coming into balance. The volatile stuff is all calming down. Better things ahead. It doesn't get any clearer than this. Calmer waters, specifically. Learn your lessons and move on. Now you get to rest. These are like the best of the swords right here. Four of Swords and Six of Swords. The Swords is a very harsh suit. Like that journey through the swords is heavy because it's all mental. It's like you can't be like, oh, this is excruciatingly heavy with like physical tired. It's emotional and mental. It's so crazy. Well, mental mostly. The emotions is the cups. But it's crazy how the swords are tied to the cups and everything is all tied together. And that's the energy. That's a human being. That's why tarot is so amazing. And it really does help pull down your manifestations. It's like, what do I want? Right? And maybe that's the next reading. I don't really know what exactly I want. And that's it. I'm just not tied to an outcome at the moment. And that's what I had to let go of. I just have to be in the right now. And right now, this is what I'm doing. Wow. So amazing. I love it. Okay. Do you have any closing arguments here? I'm going to grab this other deck, the first deck that I use. So there's more of this. It's the circle deck. I call this God's Orange deck. The front of it has this really cool like, design on it, and I always said if God had oranges, this is what they would look like. So, let's see here. Alright, we got any closing thoughts? Oh, the Lover's choice. That's funny. That's oh, I keep getting that too. So choices, we have choices. It's all about you. What do you want? You know, I used to tell myself I can't have this because, oh, I only want that because of my ego. I only want that because I'm a bad person. I only want that because I'm a terrible person. And that's what religion taught me is to deny myself constantly and give to others, give to my husband, give to my children, give, give. And I was like, no, like this has got to stop. Oop, we got two more that flew out over here. And they landed ever so gently onto here. What do we got? Ah, the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords again. I cannot make this up. It fell so gently. Whatever hurt you, the Three of Swords, it's that this is the hardest, most, I would say this is the most, one of the most agonizing, painful, grueling cards in the deck is the Three of Swords. It's got the heart with the three swords poked through it, and there's storm and rain falling. It's melancholy, it's sadness, it's grief, it's suffering, it's terrible. And then followed by the Six of Swords. Rest. It's learning your lessons, better things ahead. Take your lessons, take those swords, take those three swords out of your heart, put them in your bow, and move on. And now it's all calm from there. And that's Lovers, you know? I'm healing from a divorce, or not a divorce. I'm healing from a marriage, not a divorce. The divorce was beautiful. The divorce has saved me from the marriage. The marriage is what I'm healing from, and childhood. And that's it. I pulled the swords out of my heart, and now I'm moving forward. I'm moving on. That's what this is. This is my reading, so this makes sense. You know, and again, I know that at some point I will probably start dating again and I'll move on. Maybe. I don't know. That's very scary still to me, but I know that I have enough sense in my head and I know what I'm looking for. And I know that I can recognize things when I don't like it and I can just walk away. I know that now that I don't have to feel obligated to say yes to anything or anybody for any reason. I don't have to. And that's sovereign. That's sovereignty right there. Having the freedom to choose. And that's just beautiful. And that's exactly how I feel. I've set myself free, free from the constraints of judging myself because of what I want. Which is truthfully, I don't even know what I want. I wanted to read tarot. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people break free from the captivity and the prisons that they feel trapped in, from yourself, from your whatever that is. Set yourself free. Oh, it's so glorious. Oh, and out pops the Empress. Divine feminine. Feminine. I can't speak. Words are hard again. Feminine. The divine feminine. She is the embodiment of all four queens. She's the perfect balance. And she's just sitting and enjoying. And there's just abundance. And she's fruitful. And she's just chilling. That's that receptive energy. That's beautiful. That's perfect. It's and men, you can be in your Empress energy too, because it's the female side of you. Everybody has a male and everybody has a female inside of them. It's not cooking and cleaning. It doesn't have anything to do with colors. It has to do with the way that you live your life. And you have to be perfectly balanced. That's like the justice scales. Everybody's equal. Everybody's balanced. That's justice. That's why justice is blind. That's why she wears a blindfold. It's because it doesn't matter what's on the outside. It's the inside of what the weight is, you know? That's the scales. That's crazy. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Woo! The High Priestess and the Fool. I'm telling you guys, I cannot make this stuff up. This is so fun. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. The High Priestess. She is the counterpart to the Hierophant. She is the female version of the Hierophant. She's the embodiment of the female side, the divine feminine. She's the spiritual side, not the physical side, but the spiritual side. And it's like the physical and the spiritual divine feminine are together, and then out comes the Fool. How perfect is that? The Fool, sovereignty. I'm telling you, I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. I'm so excited. I set myself free from everything. Man, what a journey. Oh, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just start at episode 1. Good night. What a mess. Oh, all the stress and it's just, but it's there and it's all proof that it happened. And I should have started recording that shit earlier. I've got some on TikTok. I've got some really harsh videos on TikTok that are showing how messed up I was and how broken I was. Wow. And there's the hermit card. Yep, I turned into the hermit. I did. I went within. That's absolutely what I did. I was off social media for like 9 months, 10 months, something like that. I completely bailed and I was like, no, I don't want to be here because I just needed to detach from everything because I needed to find myself. And I had all the people who were still very religious in my life. I was still very religious. I mean, that was controlling my life. It was everything to me. How much time I devoted to God and to the Bible was nuts. Not anymore. Now I can devote it to myself. I don't have to devote how much time I was praying or fasting or doing all that stuff. Like, I don't have to do that. I can just, but I understand where fasting can help and clear your energy. I can understand where praying helps and meditation clears your energy. I can see where, being isolated for a period of time is good to re-cleanse and reclaim yourself, cleanse yourself and reclaim your own energy so that other people can't pull you and persuade you in other directions. You have to be strong on your own. You have to know who you are. That is sovereignty. It's a long journey to get there. Woo! Holy cow, but man, I'm so glad I did it. I wouldn't trade any of it for the world. Man, and if you guys knew how this all happened, oh, you'd fall over. Oh my gosh. The Ten of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So the Ten of Wands is the end of the Wands. And the Wands is kind of a tricky suit. It can be a lot, but it's heavy. She has all of her wands. She's carrying these 10 sticks. And it's like she got the last one and she finally can go build her house. She's finally got all of her lessons, all of her things, all of the creative measures, all of the passion, everything that she needs. She's got all of them. And now she's ready. And the Three of Pentacles talks about like it's the manifestation past. It's an expansion. It's like an official expansion of earthly things. And usually it shows three people together and they're either working on a project or like everybody's coming together and having their own part. Remember, like I talk about, we all belong. Like the way I picture it is we're all part of a quilt in the stars. It's all this fabric, right? We talk about us all being part of a fabric. It's a quilt. And then we each have our own square. Each one of us has our own square. We are the square. And in that square, we create whatever we want. And the way that I picture it is, it sounds so innocent, like a little square piece of material. But this is a square from God. This is a square from universe and source. This is no ordinary square. I want you to think of this quilt like, have you ever seen Men in Black 2? I think it's number 2. Maybe it's number 1. I'm not sure. It's at the end and they're in the locker room and he kicks open the locker and the locker opens up to this universe and it's millions of lockers. And it's like one locker door was the entire world. It's Earth. It's all of our universe in this one little quilt. So imagine that's your universe. That's what it's like in that quilt square. So don't dismiss it like it's just some stupid piece of material. It's your universe. And you get to return back to that and do whatever you want. That's what you're doing here. You're learning how to you're here on a mission. You're here on a quest. You came here willingly. This is what I truly believe. I believe we came here willingly And we were supposed to forget where we came from, because if we knew, it'd ruin the whole thing. So what are we doing here? We're learning lessons. We're growing. We're evolving. We're helping each other. Whatever, right? Each soul is doing something different here because, again, the piece of the fabric, you have your own square. We all look different. We all whatever, but we all belong to that quilt. So when we're here learning, so all the doctors, there's a doctor, his name's Dr. Gooby. Gooby and Dooby is on YouTube, and he is a neurosurgeon who is now going through his spiritual awakening, and he has millions of followers because he's a doctor. So he got the higher learning and then he escaped. And he's like, dude, this is all ridiculous. He's like, no, he's going through exactly what I went through. And he was really a piece of why I was like, okay, I know I'm not crazy because it's happening to doctors too. And he's just like, eat fruits and vegetables. This is what's healing. Go outside, enjoy yourself. Get out of all this nonsense. This isn't the answer, people. And I was like, I knew it. So this doctor quit his job and started a YouTube channel. Look, I don't know if any of the things I'm doing right now will ever amount to anything. They might not ever, somebody may not ever hear this podcast episode. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care, because this is what I'm being called to do right now. And it feels good, and I'm leaning into it. And it might just be a block for my next piece. I may become some really famous tarot card reader. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. Right now, all I know is I am so ingrained and engulfed in this, and I am so excited to learn more and to perfect my craft, because this is just so amazing and it feels so good. It's like, and this ties into so many of my dreams that I've had. You guys have no idea. I can't wait to like really dive into what happened to me and really talk about my spiritual awakening and explain how my dreams started happening and how some of this stuff started happening when I was a kid, actually. I have memories from, I remember being potty trained. I talk about this a lot in the podcast in like the previous episodes. I talk about how I have memories from when I was a kid, and everybody thinks I'm crazy. And I thought everybody remembered this stuff. I had no idea that I was different. I didn't know. I remember so much. And I remember, and somebody said, oh, it's because you had a near death experience because, you were basically almost murdered. And that triggered a trauma. And so you became more aware. And I do believe that. However, I was potty trained before that. So I have memories before even that traumatizing event. So that's pretty crazy. But this ties into something else that I learned about myself. And I talk about this, I think, in one of the episodes. So when I was elbows deep in religion, I was really, really exploring every rabbit hole so that God would not be mad at me and that God would love me and accept me for who I was, because I did not want to disappoint him. So I heard some religious folk talking about changing, like, you're probably going to, like, your name, God's going to give you a new name. And I thought, oh, and I learned a long time ago when I was little, my name means mermaid. Yeah. Serena means mermaid. Siren, Serena. Yeah. My name means mermaid. So I was listening to some preachers and some pastors, and they talk about God hates the marine spirits. The marine spirits, the spirit of mermaid spirits, you're evil and sinful and devil. It's like, I was just this spawn of Satan. Like, I was an evil, evil spirit because I was a mermaid. And I was like, dude, and it made me feel some kind of way. It was weird. It really messed with my head. And I was like, I was begging God, like, give me a different name. Like, if you hate me that much, like, I don't want to be hated by you. And so I was just walking around and I was like, I really maybe should go change my name. Like, that's how upset I was. And I remember my mom she told me about my birth, and I never understood why. And she told me this until it was, I couldn't forget this story if I wanted to. When I was born, it's called Encal, which is in water. I was born in the amniotic sac. Yeah, when I was born, the nurse was holding my mom by the legs. They were getting ready to move her, and my mom said, "Don't move me. I'm about to have a contraction. She's gonna come out." Like, and they were like, "No, she's not." And so the nurse was standing between her legs and like lifted her up. And my mom said she had a major contraction, and I just literally came flying out, like and the bag exploded on the nurse. The whole entire bag of water exploded on her. And I was covered. The bag was all over me, and they had to clean it off of me. But yeah, that's how I came into the world. So, surprise, I'm here. And then I was listening to a tarot reading one day. This was like a year ago. And she said something in it that I never had heard before. She said, "You need to look up if you were born of the veil or of the blood." And I thought, what the hell does that mean? So when you're born of the veil, that's you're born in the amniotic sac. So I'm born of the veil. It's a rare thing. It's actually an uncall birth or water birth. It's a 1 in 80,000. It's rare. It's a rare thing, but it's real. It happens. It's a very real thing. And that's me. And so the spiritual world says that these children are partially awake. They have a connection to the other side immediately. They don't need a trauma. They don't need a traumatic event to open them up to it. So I've always had this, and I agree 100%. That's why I have memories from being very, very small. That's why I remember all this stuff in specific crazy detail. I've always had this. So it's just the way my brain works. And maybe it is a special thing that I have. Maybe it's just the way I'm wired. I don't know. But, they also call those mermaid births. And so when I found that out, it just always made me laugh. And now I feel okay sharing that story because I think it's cool. It's just a nice synchronicity, and I don't believe in coincidence. So, that's really cool. And it's funny because, my sister tried to drown me when I was little, and you can't drown a mermaid. So, oh, lemon. All right, everybody. Let's see here. Let's do one more. Sorry, we kind of went off on a little tangent there, didn't we? Let's do one more. Let's get some closing cards here. Let's get it. Um, let's see what we have. Woo! Okay, that was a lot. Hermit, Nine of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Go within and you will find exactly what will bring you emotional happiness and everything in the 3D. That's what this is. I'm telling you, that's the message. Go within. You already have the answers. You have all of the ancient wisdom. You already have it. You came here with it. You need to wake up and unlock it. That's what you got to do. However that happens. Keep facing your fears. That's where it's at. It's in your shadow, by the way, just in case you were wondering. So you can't spend all that time with sunshine and rainbows. You got to get in there in that dark closet sometimes and shuffle some crap around. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in there and dig. That's where you're going to find it. That's where you're going to find your pentacle and your emotional fulfillment. All right, everybody. Till next time. Bye.